So I am out here trying to get my steps in to have some sort of workout today. I just had PRK surgery on my left eyeball. And that's no joke. I mean, they said, oh, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be painful, but I probably should have really questioned it when I was the only one in the surgical center that they were giving pain medication to. I was like, no big deal. I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, this recovery is no joke. And I'm not supposed to be working out, so I can't lift any weights today, but I can walk. It's been since Friday, so that's what I'm doing. And I was thinking about my Bible verses that I was reading this morning. I ordered those books that I posted on another Facebook post about. They're from Mr. Penn, and they're all of the books of the New Testament in single books. And I really like it because it's like I'm really focused in on that book. If I don't understand something, I have 2 other Bibles in different translations that I'll go back and look in that and like look at the commentary. And also one of my Bibles have like journal entries. So then I can read that and, prompt my thinking. But the one, I'm in the letters of John right now. 1 John, 2 John, 3 John. I just finished those. And they're all about love. Where we live in this world that, is just judgmental or argumentative or not really focused in on as much as like what Jesus's love for us is supposed to be, but what we think the way we love people it looks like. And today the last verse of John 3 was about not loving the sin but still loving the person. And man, that's hard, right? Because you see something, you think, oh man, that's no good. And you want to immediately pass judgment on that person. And I got to remind myself how many times I have not wanted people to judge me. How many times I wish I had done a situation different or talked to somebody different or reacted different to something, because I be getting real irritated real fast. And today I don't really want to do that. I want to be able to love the way that Jesus loves. And every time I hear somebody talk about traffic and how they get annoyed in traffic, I'm thinking, oh my Jesus, I can tell where you're at spiritually. Because if we're getting annoyed in traffic with people we don't even know, they don't hear us, they're not interacting with us, it is something we have to do every day, and we're yelling at people in traffic. I mean, what the cow? Anyways, I digress. So that's where I'm at spiritually, trying to recover from this eye thing. Hopefully I'll be able to see when they take out this one contact lens. So we'll see from there. But I'm trying to eat good, because that's how you heal your body well. Getting in the protein, hitting my macros, hitting my calories, so the muscles that I'm working on are still getting fed, doing all the things, right? So let's talk about real estate for a minute. I got listings that are not selling. Interest rates seem to keep rising. The world keeps being worldy. And I got sellers that are getting a little nervous. Even though going into listing the property, I talked to them about days on market. I talked to them about listing it too high. I talked to them about we're gonna have to be patient. These are things that we had a conversation about. Unfortunately, those conversations sometimes get forgotten. So, you know, what do I do as a realtor? I remind my clients through the data, because the data does not lie. That's what I speak through. The data, the information, the numbers. Because emotion does not equate to dollar signs. We can emotionally love what we did to that kitchen. We can emotionally love the area that we're at. We can emotionally love the years we spent there. But emotion does not equate to actual dollar signs. If you are selling in this market, we're not back in the other market. I don't know how many times I've said that. I have said that so many times. But people still, well, back in 2021, back in 2022, during the pandemic, we are not in the pandemic. We are like 5 years out of the pandemic, 4 years out of the pandemic. We are not there anymore. We cannot keep thinking that that is the price that we can sell the house, or that that's where the buyers are at. The buyers are driving the market yet again. Yes, I said that. The buyers are driving the market yet again. The buyers drove the market then. And the reason the buyers drove the market then was because the interest rates were incredible. The buyers were falling out of the trees, going into these houses, making all these offers, driving the price up. People was jumping over their children to get in a house. The sellers didn't have to do anything. All they had to do, look, list the house, put the house on the market, put a for sale sign in it, let us realtors do what we do, and they have 40 offers. I got videos showing that. The buyers drove that market. Guess what? The buyers are driving this market. It's just opposite. The interest rates are high. They're scared to buy, which is not, I mean, it's a great time to buy. So I don't know why everybody's so scared. We're in the same interest rate as we were before the pandemic started. People forget that though, because they're still stuck in that mindset. So if you're selling, guys, you got to be patient. Your house is going to sell. It just probably is not going to sell in the time frame you want it. And if your realtor suggests you get out of the house and get on the market now, especially if you're going to be holding on to the house and you're already bought something else, then get out of the house. Get on the market. Let's get it listed. Time is not in your favor. When you want to price it, aspirational pricing, listen to your realtor, especially when they are bringing a report that shows the numbers. That is not what they are thinking, but what the numbers say. I don't care what Zillow said your house was worth a year ago. I don't care what your neighbor said they sold their house for a year ago. What sold in 6 months? What is under contract now? And how many days on market was that? Because we're gonna know, did it go for less than list price? Absolutely it did. Absolutely. Especially in Coweta County. So, you know, guys, we cannot play the gamble game. If you have a house to sell and you have to sell it, if you don't got to sell it, let it sit there and be okay with that. Don't get antsy. Don't think that it's the realtor's fault. It's not. Most of the time. Sometimes it is. But it's not. This market is not meant to just throw a number out there and hope. This market is meant for us to really price it right. Let it show up right. I got a house on my road down here. I tried to do a YouTube video for this house. And first off, the listing agent didn't want me to do that. I thought that was ridiculous. Listen, agents, if you see my listing, you want to go do a video on it, absolutely. I want you to sell it. I want you to bring every buyer in your database absolutely to my listing. So please, if you are looking at my listings right now and you want to go do a video on them, absolutely go do it. I don't care. I want my sellers' homes to sell. I don't want to tell them no, they can't put a video on it, but I digress. Back to this house. It needs a lot of work, and it's listed high on the market. Now this is a great neighborhood. One road, street, you know, we don't have any HOA. We have really big lots. My lot's almost 2 acres. Sharpsburg is just a really great place to, Sharpsburg's just a really great place to, you know, be at. The schools are good, especially mine. My location is one of the most sought after schools. See, the lots are really large and they sit back off of the road, and none of the houses look the same, which I love. So anyways, so yeah, if you're a seller, be patient. If you're a buyer, what the heck? We got so much inventory. Oh my gosh, every buyer that I have gotten under contract, every single buyer I have sold a house for in 2026 has gotten closing costs, has gotten repairs, has gotten all the things, right? Because remember, the buyers are driving the market again. Lots of inventory, sellers. So if you want really good price, we got to price it right. We got to get it to market right. We can't play around with the numbers. So all my buyers that are ready to go shopping, don't worry about these interest rates. These interest rates are what I paid when I bought my first house when I was 19, 20 years old. These are the same interest rates. Okay, I know everyone's gonna say, well, the houses didn't cost the same. No, they didn't. Show me where the houses have ever dropped in price. Ever. Never. Just like gas prices, just like stock prices, just like any price. Guys, it ain't never going down. Welcome to the world. It's always going up. It's gonna continue to go up. That's what happens. It's life. So, I mean, yeah, interest rates are okay. It's fine. If they ever drop back down, guess what you get to do? You get to refinance the house. But you also get out of a house and not be a terminal renter, because guess what? The houses that I was telling people to buy 3 years ago, they $100,000 more. So guess what's gonna be happening in 3 years? They're gonna be $100,000 more. That is exactly what's gonna be happening in 3 years from now. So, what am I gonna do for the rest of the day? I'm gonna keep putting these drops in my eyeballs. Goodness gracious, that's a job too. I'm gonna keep putting these drops in my eyeballs. I'm gonna put together some more data for my sellers. I'm gonna pull some listings for my buyers that wanna go shopping this weekend. I got some really sweet past client, well, not past clients, but Sphere, somebody in my circle from my Bible study group, their son and I are going shopping this weekend. I'm excited. That's gonna be fun. I love it when I get to shop with my friends. So we're gonna do that. I'm having my monthly, well, bi-monthly Botox party, and I'm gonna give away some free Botox. I'm gonna be like, bring a friend. You got a friend? Bring a friend. I want, you know, you to bring some people, and I'm gonna give them some free Botox. Whoever wins, one of my friends who brings some more people. We're gonna do that. I need to get those invitations mailed out today. shoot out some text messages. I need to check out my YouTube videos, see how those are performing. Me and Samara are really working hard on those so we can get the word out about what's going on in the market. So that's good. My baby girl's gonna drive me around because I can't drive for another couple more days. So yeah, we're gonna do some real estate. We're gonna take care of ourselves. We're gonna schedule some showings. We're gonna make some phone calls, follow up with some clients, and we're just gonna keep doing what God tells us to do. And you know, one thing that God tells me to do today is love others. Keep working on that. I'm gonna keep working on getting up every day, turning my will and my life over to the care of God as I understand God. And my understanding of God is that Jesus is my Savior, and He is gonna guide and direct my business, my thinking, my healing, my food, my marriage, all of those things. So, thanks for walking with me a little bit this morning. I am gonna do another mile, see how that goes, and come back for the next video. See you next time in my humid looking face. But anyways, that's your realtor, Sheree Macaroni, here in Noonan, Georgia. Just talking and walking this morning, which I love to do. So anyways, if you want to talk and walk about real estate, comment below. Let me know. I would love to talk with you again. Bye.